everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a book review for you. Today we are talking about The Alloy of Law by Brandon Sanderson. Now this is a Mistborn novel. So most of you probably think the Mistborn trilogy is the only book in that world. Well, I'm here to tell you Brandon Sanderson plans on writing 2 more series beyond this one in that world. He's not leaving that world anytime soon. So you can go back and enjoy the world full of allomancy and feruchemy anytime you like. So in The Alloy of Law, it's been 300 years since the original Mistborn trilogy, and things have evolved just like they do in any culture. And so we're more to like late 1800s kind of a feel where it's very Western. Not quite steampunk, but kind of in that realm time period where, you know, basically a traditional Western would kind of take place in this time period in this world. So essentially what's happened is the world has rebuilt itself from the way things end in Hero of Ages. It's 300 years past that, and I do think it is vital for you to read the original trilogy before you move on to these, because there will be mentions to things that you won't quite understand if you haven't read them before. So I highly recommend reading the original trilogy before you jump into this world. So in Alloy of Law, we follow Wax and Wayne. Waxilium is his full name. So in the beginning of the book, he suffers a tragedy. And so he ends up going back to the main city to kind of take care of the affairs of his family. So what happens is he was in the outskirts, known as the Roughs. And he was kind of living life out there as a sheriff, kind of taking care of things and taking care of criminals, because he has rare abilities of being a twinborn. So a twinborn is where somebody has a allomantic power as well as a feruchemical power. So they have both. They only have one of each. There are no more Mistborns. So nobody has all of the power anymore. The biggest they see are twinborns, which is one allomantic and one feruchemical. So allomancy and feruchemy are still around, still kicking. So he comes back to the main city and things are afoot. Something's not right. He's trying to go back into the good graces of society. He's planning on getting married to somebody who's very analytical, doesn't really know what love is, and the adventure begins from there. I'm trying to keep this spoiler free, so I don't want to give away too much more, because I think if I give you too much more, you won't enjoy the series. I have to tell you, the characters of Waxilium and Wayne are wonderful. I really enjoyed the characters that Brandon built within this book. I enjoy the way the world has changed from the original trilogy, but there are so many nods back to that original trilogy that if you haven't read it, you won't understand, and you'll just kind of be like, huh? Who is this? What is going on? And so to get the full picture, you do need to read that original trilogy. I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars. I absolutely adored it. I do highly recommend reading this book, as well as I recommend reading the original trilogy. I do plan on moving on to Shadows of Self soon. Bands of Mourning is coming out like tomorrow. I'm hoping to get to that soon as well. And because my goal, as most of you know by now, is to read all of Brandon Sanderson's published works by the end of the year. And considering the man continues to release books all the time, it's going to be hard to keep up. But I really want to get current so that I can keep up with him. So just know that I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars. I do highly recommend it. I think it's a really enjoyable read. Brandon Sanderson, as always, has a wonderful world built, and I loved seeing the changes. And like I say, I don't want to give too much away about the plot, but the tragedy that happens in the beginning does affect Waxilium in a way that he has to come to terms with, and I loved that. Brandon Sanderson is really good about writing characters that have flaws and how they're very real, very broken people. And so he loves to help them heal in his books. And I do enjoy that about his writing. It's always been enjoyable for me. That's really all I have to say about The Alloy of Law without spoiling you. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off here today. Please go and check this book out soon, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.